Well, holy shit! Brock Lesnar is back, and nothing says season premiere more than the beast himself, Brock Lesnar. He's back, guys. He's back in WWE. Didn't see this coming, but I'm glad we did get to see it. And we are here for your WWE Raw review from the 10th of October 2022. 10. And was it a good Raw? Was it a bad Raw? Was it an ugly Raw? I don't know. It was good, bad, and ugly. Some of it was really good. Some of it was pretty bad. And some of it was just plain ugly. How the fuck is Kevin Patrick going to be the play-by-play guy? His commentary throughout the show was atrocious. And when he was announced as the new Raw play-by-play commentator, at first, you know, I just knew the guy wasn't going to be good. I knew he wasn't going to be living up to the expectations, or, you know, he wasn't going to be one of the best of all time, and we know that he wasn't even going to be good. But I thought that the fact he didn't have big shoes to fill, he was taking over for Jimmy Smith, who I did not think was good at all. So I thought at least Kevin Patrick could kind of be on a similar level to him, but no, he wasn't. He was bad. But we'll talk about him maybe when we get more through the show. Let's talk about how the show kicked off. And we kick off with D-Generation X. Now, I don't want to bury DX. I love DX. And I would rather have 50-year-old DX than 90% of the roster. I get that. But at the same time, I thought this is pretty cringe. So Triple H is with Michaels, Road Dogg, and X-Pac. He tells them, right, guys, tonight we can have no swearing. We can't talk about our genitals, etc. Then out of nowhere, Road Dogg just blurts out, penis, penis. Can we say penis? And then X-Pac, Triple H is like kind of, you know, disgusted, and X-Pac's like, come on, the fuck, man, we can't say penis. And then Michaels is like, God damn it, he's saying penis. He's saying fuck, for fuck's sakes. It all went to shit. But obviously you're not hearing the F-bombs. You're just getting like it's bleeped out, and you get like a wee DX logo appearing over their mouths. So Triple H is like, guys, come on, we can't say this shit anymore. We can't do this. And that was pretty much it. And then they're like, why is there 4 cocks lined up? So they're like 4 chickens. And then Triple H lifts one of them, and DX and Road Dogg's like, Triple H, why is Hunter, you know, choking the cock and like stretching the cock? And it's like, we get it, I understand this, but at the same time it's like it's painfully obvious what they're doing now. They're like making it's just cringy. I mean, it's kind of funny, but it's more cringy than funny. Like, I love DX, but at the same time now, they are like guys that are in their mid-50s here. They're pretending to be edgy when they damn right know it's not edgy. They're allowed to say penis. They can get away with saying penis. Alright, they're saying the F-bomb, but it's been bleeped out. It's not like a legit F-bomb. They're pretending to be edgy when nothing they're really doing is edgy. They're talking about cocks, but we all know that, you know, a cock is like a form of a chicken, and I get it. They've done this back in 2006 with Michaels and Hunter. McMahon loves cocks. I get that. But it's not super edgy, right? It's been done. It's not. It was okay, but it's just a bit lame, you know. What is one thing, these guys doing it when they're in their 30s and 40s, but I mean now, I mean, Jesus Christ, like, I mean, I'm pretty sure Road Dogg must be approaching 60 years old. I mean, Michaels and Triple H must be near 55. Maybe Michaels might even be 55. I'm not entirely sure. I think Michaels is a couple years older than Triple H. I enjoyed it, but at the same time, it's just, they're supposed to be degenerates. Normally you would associate degenerates with people in their like early 20s, maybe into their like low 30s, but come on, once you get into your 50s, man, I wouldn't say you're a degenerate. And I think these guys are just, I think they're past their prime, man, and it's the same kind of shit you get. They're basically relying on their past. They're just repeating the same old shit, and I like DX, but fuck's sake, come on, give us something new, seriously. Anyway, we get more DX. It wasn't bad. I'm not saying it was bad or anything like that, but I think that we could, you know, do something more with DX. Anyway, up next we get the Bloodline. Again, Sami Zayn's sort of in charge here. Roman Reigns says he's in charge of Jey Uso. Sami Zayn says that they're all cool apart from Jey Uso. He says that Jey Uso isn't really juicy at the moment. What the fuck? Jey Uso's raging. He says to Roman Reigns, this can't be serious. You must be ribbing me. You can't let him speak to me like this. I'm family. Roman Reigns just sits back and says, don't look at me. And then Sami Zayn continues just to kind of say, come on, Jey, you got to be cool like the rest of us. So, I mean, there's some friction here, I guess, in the bloodline. Jey Uso doesn't look happy at all. Don't really blame him. There's some guy that's not even Samoan. There's some Canadian Jew, essentially, you know, telling Uso that he needs to be more like the rest of them. So, I thought that was weird. Anyway, Riddle comes out. Sami Zayn is not happy with Riddle, and he challenges him to a match later that night. So that's what we're going to get. Then we get the opening match of the night. Johnny Gargano beats Austin Theory. I mean, I'm not surprised Austin Theory loses. I don't think the guy's won a match since he became Money in the Bank briefcase holder. I think he might... Did he beat Bobby... He might have beat Bobby Lashley. Or I think he lost to Bobby Lashley that night, so it's not like, yeah, he did. So, no, I don't think Theory's won a match. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. I do not think Theory's won a match since he became Money in the Bank briefcase holder. And I'm not surprised that he lost tonight, but for fuck's sake, why is he losing to Johnny Gargano? I absolutely despise Johnny Midget. I'm boring as fuck. Johnny Wrestling, Johnny Gargano, call him what you want. Johnny Indy. I'm going to call him Johnny Indy because that's where he belongs, on the Indies. This guy doesn't belong on Monday Night Raw, and I mean, I do think parts of the Triple H era have been good, but there's just too much of the Triple H era that's been bad, and it's stuff like pushing vanilla midgets, long, boring 20-minute matches, over pushing the women, having like women in half the fucking segments, Damage Control taking over Raw. That stuff from Triple H has been bad, and it outweighs the good in my opinion. Anyway, up next we get Rey Mysterio versus Chad Gable. I mean, it was an okay match. Judgment Day come down, get involved. Again, Rhea Ripley's making Ray's life a misery, but he refuses to do anything. He won't hit Dominic and he won't hit Rhea, so Ray just has to like stand awkwardly until the other two members come down. As soon as Finn Balor and Damian Priest appears, then Ray is getting momentum. He's attacking them. Then Dominic hits him from behind. Then Rhea holds Ray in place while Dominic hits a 619. Ray then cries his eyes out and then heads to the back. Rey Mysterio was visibly in tears here, and it was okay. You know, it builds up what Ray, you get to understand here what Ray's feeling, but at the same time, I mean, it just pisses me off. If Rhea Ripley wants to get involved all the time, if she wants to, you know, manipulate Dominic, and if she wants to get physical with Ray and stuff like that, if she wants to act like Damian Priest and Finn Balor, then she needs to be treated like Damian Priest and Finn Balor, and it's just ridiculous that every time that she's in the ring with a man, that they'll just stand there awkwardly and not do anything, and basically allow her to attack them, and you know, get the Judgment Day the upper hand. I mean, I'm not saying you should be beating up women, but I mean, Rhea Ripley looks like a man anyway, so what's the difference here? Plus, if she's going to get involved first, then it's fucking technically self-defense. It's just so stupid and terrible how WWE book like the men and female interaction. Unless they're going to do it properly, unless they're going to be smarter about this, then I would just not do it at all. I hate how when Rhea's in the ring, the likes of Ray or Edge, they can't do anything. They're literally paralysed. They just have to wait there until they get attacked by someone else. It's fucking lame. It is lame. I mean, if you're Rey Mysterio and you want to have a one-on-one confrontation with Dominic, why would you turn your back on Rhea when you know she's going to do something? It's stupid. It makes no sense to me whatsoever. But then Finn Balor calls out AJ. AJ comes out, he gives Finn a hug. He says that he needs family. He says that you know, it can be a lonely place and that he needs to reunite the family, reunite you know, the club. Finn Balor thinks he's talking about him, but AJ says, no, not you. And then the club come out. We've got Anderson and Gallows. I never liked these guys, so I'm not going to get excited about the fact they've returned. Do I think they're the worst people in the world? No, I don't. Am I excited to see them back though? In all honesty, no. But I mean, AJ's been pretty much shocking now for 2 years, so this can't be worse. Let's be real with it. I mean, if they team up AJ with these two again and have the club, I mean, it can't be worse than what AJ's been doing. So again, this is more bullshit. The club come out. Anderson, the Gallows hits Dominic, and as soon as a fight breaks out, Rhea Ripley leaves the ring. So she just leaves the ring. Then about 30 seconds later, she comes back in. She attacks Anderson. This allows Dominic to escape underneath the ring. Now Rhea Ripley is trying to pull Dominic away on the outside, and then Anderson just gets out the ring and goes after Dominic, attacks Dominic from behind. Then Rhea Ripley's just standing away again, you know, at the barricade. Like, what the fuck? 1 minute she wants to get physical, the next minute she's just standing there. Yet the men are just like walking around as if she doesn't exist. I mean, this is stupid. This is dumb. I'm not even going to talk about it, man. It's fucking retarded. I just don't think you can mix women in wrestling with men in 2022 with the fact that the men literally can't even look at the woman. You know, it's just dumb. It works in certain circumstances when the woman isn't constantly getting in the ring and getting involved, like when, for example, Lana was managing Rusev. Then I think a female definitely works. Or like the Maurice, for example, who doesn't really get physical. All she does is stay on the outside and maybe cause distractions and that. But with people like Rhea Ripley, who's constantly getting in the ring and constantly putting themselves between, you know, the man and her man, then sooner or later, you know, the dude just has to fucking take her out. It's as simple as that. We'll move on. You know, the club cleared the ring and that's it, really. Then we get Roman Reigns leaving. He says he's going to go into New York. Jey Uso wants to leave with him, but Reigns is like, nah, you need to stick behind here and you need to look after Sammy. So, yeah, is what it is. Then we got Bayley versus Candice LeRae. Candice LeRae, she sucks. It's no surprise that she's married to Johnny Gargano. He sucks too. I cannot stand Damage Control. I mean, I do like Io Shirai because she's hot and she's wearing like nice booty shorts tonight and you got to see her thick thighs, but that was about as good as this segment got. Bianca Belair came out to make the save after Candice LeRae beat Bayley, by the way, for anyone who cares. I certainly don't. But yeah, Candice LeRae actually caused an upset, beat Bayley, and then Damage Control come down, then Bianca comes down and Bianca gets beat up. So really fucking lame here. Then we get the Miz's big birthday bash celebration. Maurice has got lots of like presents for him. She got him a big baseball bat. Then she's got him two big, massive, like inflatable air Miz balls, and he's got the bat and he's standing in front of the balls, and they're going for like, you know, big balls and a big kind of dick reference here. I get it, funny, haha. Surprised they didn't do this with DX. To be fair, with, you know, penis jokes or whatever. I mean, it was okay. Maurice is like a fine wine. Maurice is fucking smoking hot, and I am jealous of The Miz. I'm not going to lie. The Miz is a lucky bastard. Good looking dude. You know, WWE superstar. Millions in the bank. Gets to, he's been world champion. He gets to film in movies. He gets to go on like talk shows and stuff like this. And he gets to fucking have sex with Maurice any night he wants. So for me, The Miz is one of the luckiest guys in the world, and I envy The Miz. I'm not going to deny it. So then she says, open up one of your other presents. He opens the present up, and he lifts the present up, and it's just Dexter Lumis's head. So then he starts hitting the table with a baseball bat, but he flips over the table. Dexter Lumis isn't there anymore. Dexter Lumis comes in from ringside, and he starts choking at The Miz. The Maurice is trying to grab The Miz's leg to pull him away from Dexter Lumis, but The Miz kicks at Maurice by accident and she falls over onto the table, but she doesn't exactly fall into the cake, what she was supposed to, so she has to kind of get up again. Then The Miz again kicks her into the cake again, and she doesn't even really go into the cake, so she kind of just throws herself into the cake. It was awkward. The Miz manages to escape. He runs to the back, and then Maurice follows him. Maurice just looks at, again, this is like more, it's just like another example. You've got like Dexter Lumis in the ring with Maurice, but he doesn't do anything. And I guess you could argue here that Dexter Lumis has only ever really shown that he's interested in The Miz, so he wouldn't really be bothered about attacking Maurice. So I guess this makes a bit more sense. But at the same time, it's more like awkwardness, just when you've got a man in the feet, a female in the ring, and you know the man ain't going to do anything. You know, it's a bit dumb. And then Dexter Lumis starts eating the cake or whatever. Miz gets to the back. Maurice is covered in cake, and she still looks hot. She still looks absolutely fucking fine. So, yeah, Maurice looks great. Covered in anything. Could think of a few things I would like to cover in, but she looks good no matter what she is wearing. And then the Miz wants to, like, get revenge against Dexter Lumis, and Road Dogg's back there, DX are back there. They kind of make fun of the Miz's balls, because Miz comes with his deflated balls. And he's just got his deflated air balls, and then Road Dogg makes a match. So he says that if Miz beats Dexter Lumis next week, you know, Dexter Lumis is gone, but if Dexter Lumis wins, then he gets to sign an official contract. They ask Miz, does he have the balls to accept? The Miz is like thinking about it, then he accepts, he takes on the match. Next week, it's official, The Miz versus Dexter Lumis. Then we cut back to the commentary team, and Corey Graves is like, I didn't think that Road Dogg had that authority anymore. So yeah, hinting at the fact that Road Dogg used to be like a road agent or a booker, or whatever. Then we move, and we got some girl up thing. I don't know, basically there was some fucking shit segment where the WWE are trying to promote women in sports, and then during it there's some woman saying it doesn't matter about your body shape or body size. No, of course it does. If you're a fat bitch, then you can't be a good sportswoman. It's as simple as that. So, again, it's just lame stuff here, pushing women's sports. Women's sports suck, let's be real. Right? If you're a woman and you want to play sports, then great. I'm not saying you can't play sports, but let's not pretend that these sports are good. Let's not pretend that women are as good as men, that the quality is as good as men, because it's not. You name any sport in the world, even wrestling, I know it's not a sport, but there's not a single sport or athletic thing in the world where women are better than men at. It just does not exist. It doesn't. So, I mean, it is what it is. So, they can try and push it whatever way they want, but who cares about stuff like this? To me, this needs to go. I don't want to see some girl up shit, man. Women in wrestling were great when it was Trish Stratus, brand panty matches. Go back to that, then, you know, then we can talk. So Bobby Lashley comes out. He's ready to defend his United States Championship because he is a defending champion. Bobby Lashley's boring me at the moment. I'm not going to lie here. Bobby Lashley is a bit fucking boring. Brock Lesnar comes out. Brock Lesnar. He gets on the ring, goes, oh, well, shit, I'm back. Before really anything can happen, though, he says hello to the fans, and he says, hello, Bobby Lashley. Lashley's holding his US title up there. Lesnar then hits him with an F5, picks him up, hits him with a German suplex that almost breaks his neck, lifts him back up, hits another F5, then locks him in the Kimura before leaving to the back. So Bobby Lashley just got absolutely destroyed here by Brock. Then Seth Rollins comes out, he wants his match. Seth Rollins says, come on, Bobby, I thought you were a fighting champion, but the referees and officials are helping Bobby to the back. Then he says, I thought you were a US Marine. He says, you're a disgrace to like the USA. I thought you were supposed to be a soldier. This seems to get Bobby Lashley's attention. As Bobby Lashley runs into the ring, they have the match. Seth Rollins hits all his big moves. Bobby Lashley keeps kicking out. Sooner or later, though, Seth Rollins hits a stomp, followed by another stomp, 2 stomps in a row, 1, 2, 3. You've got a new United States champion, and Seth Rollins holds a belt for the first time in almost 1,000 days in WWE. So, I mean, this is pretty big. Then backstage, we've got a promo with Bobby Lashley basically saying that he wants a shot at Brock Lesnar. So I guess we're going to get Bobby versus Brock at Crown Jewel, which should be great. I am looking forward to it. I know they've already faced each other, but here, I'm not going to complain on another match. Absolutely happy days. Then we just got like flashbacks and like replays of what happened with Bray Wyatt at the pay-per-view. Very lame. Like tonight, they advertised the return of Bray Wyatt, but you don't actually get the return of Bray Wyatt on Raw. They just show you highlights from the pay-per-view. They show you replays for the pay-per-view. Very fucking lame, guys. Very lame. Next week, though, Elias is returning. Who wants to walk with Elias? Not me. The guy sucks. Main event time, Sami Zayn versus Sami Zayn versus Riddle. Decent match. Sami Zayn ends up losing. Jey Uso, I think, causes a distraction. So there you go. Roman Reigns said that Jey Uso had to stay behind tonight, and Jey Uso's main job was to make sure that Sami Zayn and the Bloodline, the honorary Uso, left with the victory, left with the W, but he didn't, so who knows? Is Roman Reigns going to be in SmackDown? If he is, there could be more friction in the Bloodline. Roman Reigns might want answers from Jey Uso as to why he never delivered the win and helped Sami Zayn pick up the victory. So we'll see what happens on SmackDown, but then we end it with DX. Basically, DX come out, X-Pac says thank you, Road Dogg says D-Geriatrics X. I thought that was pretty funny. And instead of bringing up AEW, he does his whole catchphrase, and then he says the Road Dogg Jesse James, and then he just points the mic at the crowd, and the crowd say the badass Billy Gunn. So they could have took a shot at Billy Gunn here. I mean, they could have mentioned AEW, tried to bury AEW like AEW always doing WWE, but nah, WWE again taking another step above AEW here, just not even mentioning AEW, and that's probably the right thing to do, the professional thing to do. And then Michaels came out and says something about, if we come out here in another 25 years, please put us out of our misery. And I thought that was pretty funny. Right, guys, it's like 4:30 here. It's actually 20 to 5. Don't know how long this review's been going on. How long has this review been going on? It's been going on far too long, guys. We're 21 minutes in. So yeah, Raw kind of ended there with DX. I mean, overall, it was an okay Raw. I'll talk about what I actually enjoyed. First, DX is back. Albeit I thought it was cringy, I still like DX. I'm not gonna complain. I'm not gonna say I wish DX wasn't on the show, right? I thought it was a bit lame and cringy, them acting like they were back in the youth, acting like they were being controversial by saying penis and cock and all this stuff. But it was okay. I didn't hate it. It was okay. Bit cringy, but certainly okay. We got the Miz's birthday celebration. Anytime I get to look at Maurice, that's a thumbs up for me. So that gets a thumbs up. Brock Lesnar returning, brilliant, fucking love it. Destroying Bobby Lashley, double thumbs up. Love Brock Lesnar. The following match for the US title, Seth Rollins versus Bobby Lashley. I enjoyed it. It wasn't a boring 20-minute match. It was Seth Rollins taking advantage of a beaten Bobby Lashley, and even then, Bobby Lashley looked like he could still retain his belt because he was getting some offense at the end. He was hitting some moves, and it looked like Bobby Lashley could come back. So I really enjoyed Bobby Lashley versus Seth Rollins. The Bloodline stuff was okay. And then in the end, DX basically came out, said their catchphrases, said thank you, and stuff like that. So, I mean, yeah, overall, it was an okay Raw. It was decent. As a season premiere, I thought it could have been, obviously it could be better. It could always be better, not going to lie. It could always be better, let's be real. But for Raw, I thought it was okay. I'm going to give this a 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10 for me. I enjoyed it. I thought it was decent. DX, Brock Lesnar returns, can't ask for much more than that. But yeah, for me, it's getting a 4 out of 10. Let me know what you think down below. I'll catch you in the next one, guys. I've been Son of Scotland 90 on the Fog Wrestling channel, and that's it. I say a 4 out of 10. You probably think that's a bad rating, but for me, it's very rare that I give current stuff anywhere near a 4. So 4 out of 10 is actually a solid rating. That's it, guys. Till next time. Peace.